Now, what's your name?
Lisa Kramer.
And Lisa, what's going on tonight?
Well, we just want to make sure that that the city of Baltimore makes Walmart's go ahead and raise the standards for the city, pays a living wage to their workers, and has the same standards here in Baltimore that other cities have gotten from Walmart across the country.
Now, the Walmart project you're talking about is the one down on 25th Street?
Exactly.
And the city council, it's up for final vote tonight?
And
chances are it's going to be passed?
It's going to pass probably unanimously.
Are there any provisions in that bill to protect the workers and a minimum wage or a living wage?
No.
So you're out here tonight saying that it's got to be done, is that right?
Exactly. And other cities have done it. In Chicago they did it, in DC they're going to do it. We want to make sure, they said, they had a quote that we've heard where they said that Baltimore is the easiest city they've ever come into. That's not right. Baltimore needs to raise the standards as well.
When I was growing up, it was a union town.
Exactly.
So what's happened to it, do you know?
Same thing that's happened with unions all across the country. It gets weakened. Baltimore's the kind of city that needs development. They assume that unless they give in to every demand that Walmart has or any other developer, that they're not going to have these jobs. Jobs are the big issue right now. They don't know that Walmart needs us a lot more than we need them. If we go ahead and demand it, they're going to raise the standards.
Anything else, Lisa?
That's everything. Thank you so much.
Okay, and who else wants to talk here? This young man over here. Sir? On the end there. What's his name? Come on in here. And what's your name, sir?
My name is Michael Coleman.
And Michael, why is it important for you to be here tonight?
Well, it's important because I've been a citizen of this city all of my life. I've lived in poverty all of my life, and I feel like things has to change. We invite development, but fair development. The way that things are going now, it's not acceptable. It's not fair to the citizens. It seems they come here and they develop whatever, and they take the resources from the city, and it has to stop.
Now, Michael, you mentioned to me earlier, what group are you with?
I'm with the United Workers.
And they've been very active in the community, haven't they?
Very active.
And is that the group that's been representing the workers in the Inner Harbor and other areas?
Yes, we currently have a campaign going on down at the harbor. It's called the Fair Wage. It's called the Living Wage campaign. Fair Development campaign, and basically it's just to encourage fair development. Like I said earlier, things has been going wrong for this city for so long, and it has to change.
Anything else, Michael?
Yeah, we invite anybody to participate in this campaign. It's not just for poor people. It's a campaign that's designed for everyone across the board, because what's going on is not just affecting poor people. There's middle class people that's affected as well.
Okay. Thanks so much, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. The first thing I would want to say is that I've talked to a lot of people over the last, couple of weeks now who have been very involved in the issues of living wage and local hire as it relates to the 25th Street station development and Walmart. And what I would really most like to get across to everybody who has fought very hard on these issues is that I don't want people to feel like they're losing a battle, because this was not the battlefield really for those issues. There are bills in the council right now for dealing with the importance of using any type of, if there's ever any type of public money involved in a construction project, a big construction project, Baltimore citizens should have first crack at those construction jobs. There's already a bill in the city council to require that all large retailers, whatever, whichever ones they should happen to be, that they all would have to pay a living wage to the people who work in those stores, have those jobs. Keep fighting, because those bills are not dead. Those bills are still sitting there in the city council, in committee, and as I hope Ryan and others have committed, my hope is that they will be a big part of next year's elections as well, in terms of recognizing, having the people of Baltimore recognize that in some ways, we just cannot continue to do business the same way we've always done it. I know that my colleague, Councilman Stokes, as the new chair of Tax and Finance, is committed to working out a policy where we know up front what's going to be involved whenever the city is offering tax increment financing, for example, one of these TIF districts. A lot of times you get big development projects and we don't find out until they show up at the city council expecting us to approve something that anything was ever going on in the first place. We should be talking about what goes into those, what types of improvements are being paid for with them, what types of community improvements could be made with them. Ryan mentioned the community benefits agreements. One of the best things that I think we actually got out of the public process here is we had the lawyer for the developers standing up at the hearing saying there ought to be a community benefits agreement process. The reason why they didn't do one was because there wasn't a process by which the city helped developers work with communities to do community benefits agreements. So for heaven's sakes, let's have one. And I'm going to be working with the Community Law Center and Legislative Reference and seeing what we can come up with, probably in the planning department, to make sure that whenever we have these type of big projects, there won't be any excuse for developers to say we don't have a template and we don't have a process to follow to make sure that the surrounding and impacted communities are comfortable with what we come up with. And thank you all very much.
Good. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Bill. Okay, sir, and your name, sir?
My name is Jamal Mubdi Bey.
And Jamal, what is it you want to say, sir?
Well, I think that where big box stores like Walmart is concerned, that Baltimore deserves something similar to what the city of Chicago was able to extract from Walmart, and that is livable wages. They should be required to pay livable wages to their employees.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Thanks so much, Jamal.
Thank you.
We're happy to be joined by Mary Pat Clark, the sponsor of the Living Wage for Retail Workers Bill. And Mary Pat, take it away.
Well, hi everybody. Hi. Well, don't clap me too soon because what I'm really here about is living wage. Yeah, that's right. We would not. The law department is what would not let us amend this 25th Street station to include living wage. But we have a citywide living wage bill that is one vote away from being enacted. Yeah! And I need your support for that. It's City Council Bill 0505. And it's $10.59 an hour to start, and we are one vote away. And when this is over today and we move forward, the law department has said that bill is legal. Now I just need to get it approved. All right. It is not dead. It is resting comfortably in committee, waiting for us to get on with the show. So thank you for your support of that.
Thank you so much, Mary Pat.
Now I gotta go say hello to everybody.
So,
thank you.
Okay.
And what's your name?
Hello, my name is Veronica Dorsey. I'm a leadership organizer with the United Workers.
And why is it important for you to be here tonight in front of City Hall?
It's important for me to be here tonight because the Walmart that they're putting up in Hamden has to do with fair development. And the developers that have that contract to put up that Walmart are putting up poverty zone development. The workers will not be paid a living wage. They will be outsourcing contractors to put up the Walmart when we have enough unemployment here and people skilled to pull up the Walmart themselves within that community and be paid a living wage. So I'm in support of Walmart. I'm in support of living wages and the people of Hamden for the Walmart.
Are you disappointed that the City Council hasn't put anything in these bills to protect the workers?
I'm disappointed in the City Council not only putting anything in the bills, but how they're just treating the citizens of Baltimore. Every time there's a problem in Baltimore City, we come to City Council, that we never have any support. And we vote these council people in, and we can vote them out.
Anything else?
No, I just hope that everyone that watches this and City Council can just get on board and start supporting their own communities in the city. Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right, and your name, young lady?
Sharon Black.
And Sharon, what group were you with?
I'm with the Job is the Right campaign.
And why did you come down here tonight?
Well, I'm come down here to support the living wage bill. We feel that people need jobs, but they also need living wage. And basically, I came down here also to get out the word that Congress is going to cut off unemployment benefits at the end of this month. So we're having an emergency protest at the unemployment office at Utah and Preston Street this coming Monday at 5 p.m. But really to support the living wage. I mean, we feel that's critically important. There's no reason that people can't have jobs and a living wage at the same time. We don't need major corporations like Walmart coming in here to exploit people. No health insurance, no safety, no concern for the people that actually do the work there. No health care, as I said. So, anything we can do to change that.
It looked like the city council couldn't put a provision for a living wage in this particular bill. Anyway, they were told that by the law department. So we just heard from Bill Hendry and another councilman that and Mary Pat Clark, that they think they can do it separately. Do you have any confidence in that?
I have no confidence in this city council. I'm laughing at this bill. It's like every time we go to city council with some legislation that is going to help the people in this city, what we find is they're always saying, the law department won't do this, the law department won't do that. And even if we pass it, the mayor's going to veto it. Well, I say they ought to get off their butts and still do it and fight the mayor and fight the law department and get out in the streets with the people who are suffering. There's a lot of solutions to the problems. We brought a bill before City Council to have a moratorium on foreclosures in the city, which is a crisis. What did they do? They tailed and ran. They said basically the law department was going to say it wasn't legal. In other words, the banks can do anything they want to us. That's all legal. Of course, it's not right. So, that's part of the reasons why we're now building an alternative structure to the City Council called the People's Assembly, which had its first meeting several Saturdays ago, which was very, very successful and launched a movement for people's power. We are recoalescing, trying to work independently of a lot of the establishment, particularly this City Council, which seems to me bought and paid for by the corporations in their back pocket. So no, I don't. I have no confidence. I mean, we have a crisis bill. It's of a magnitude that's so horrendous. You walk through the city, houses boarded up, people without jobs. They're going to go ahead and go to jail, but they can't, provide jobs for young people education. And nothing has been done to alleviate the suffering in the city. Nothing. So and every time you go to them, they say, well, our hands are tied. We can't do this. We can't do that. Well, they should be out in the streets organizing. And, there's a lot of ways to get things done. I mean, like on the foreclosure issue, we vowed if they try to put people out of their houses, we will sit in the homes, defend the homes by any means necessary, and that's sort of where we're at. But our People's Assembly was a tremendous success, and it was a great start. And like I said, on Monday the 29th, we're going to be out in front of the unemployment office. Yes, November the 29th. After the 30th, at the first of the month, they're going to cut off the extended unemployment benefits if Congress doesn't act. And it's unlikely that they will. So we'll be out there to protest and demand a jobs program.
Okay. Anything else, Sharon?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry for...